I'm Fiona Price and I'm an MFL product manager at Pearson. And before joining Pearson, I was a classroom teacher teaching languages just like you for many years. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about finding and using audio in ActiveHub. We're going to look at how to hover on an activity to see listening resources, the different types of listening resources you have, how to use the listening bar, and I'll also talk to you about repeats. So I'm sharing my screen and I've selected the Spanish Edexcel Higher Module 1 Unit 4 to show you. What I'm going to say could equally apply to French and German, and whether you're an AQA or Edexcel teacher, what I'm going to say will be relevant. There is some difference in the number of repeats in exam style tasks, which I'll talk about later. So I've found this double page spread in Tasks and Resources, and it's the teacher ebook. So if I bring up my resources on the left hand side, I'm just going to focus on listening audio tasks. So I have exercise 1 here, which has a blue icon and it says listening in the target language. There's another listening task here, exercise 4, and also there's a phonics box which has associated listening, which I'm going to talk about more in my next video. So if we go back to exercise 1, when you hover over that activity, it comes up as a custom zoom, and on the left you can see in purple the associated listening that belongs to this task. So there's the audio file, the transcript and the PowerPoint answers. So if I click on this, I have a view there that I could then go through the listening with my students. And I have two options with the listening bar here. I can have it displayed like this, or I can minimize it with the 2 arrows and just have the play and pause button.
Unidad 4.
I'm going to show you in my next video some different options for how you might display listening, but for today, we'll assume this is the view that students have and you're controlling the audio with this bar. So there's obviously play and pause, rewind and forward 10 seconds like any standard listening device, but the new enhanced features of ActiveHub are the ability to change the playback speed and the audio markers. So the playback speed 1 times is your standard authentic natural pace that prepares your students perfectly for this specification. You may though, if you click on it, you may want to slow down the speed. If you've got students who need more confidence with listening, you might slow it down to 0.75, which still sounds fairly natural, but it's slowed down. You can also slow down to 0.5. You probably won't use this much in your everyday teaching because it's really very slow, possibly just if you wanted to particularly pick out a word they were finding difficult. You can also increase the speed to 1.5, which is really quite fast. You might use it to speed through the rubrics in English, or possibly as a fun activity for Friday afternoon. If you can understand it at this speed, then you can definitely cope with it at normal speed. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select one of the items. I'll just go back to normal speed. And I'm going to just demonstrate to you what that might sound like. With regard to the audio markers, it's a way for you to navigate around the listening more quickly and effectively. So for example, you might have a particularly long listening activity which has 8 items. You want to do half in one lesson, half in the next. So the next day you can come in really quickly and select item 4. So if I select item 2, I'm just going to play and then I'll show you the speeds.
El fin de semana pasado, mi familia y yo fuimos a la piscina. Nadé muy bien y gané el primer puesto. Fue fantástico. Luego salimos a comer. Me gustó mucho el restaurante porque me...
So you can get an idea of the speed there. So we've looked at the listening bar here, and I'm just going to go back to the main double page spread view, and I'll talk to you about repeats. Also just to say that once you've got this listening bar, you can close down the other tasks, so you've just got that there on the screen. In terms of repeats, a task like this has our standard 2 repeats. This type of task, which is listen to and read, which is a longer text, we've only done 1 repeat, and it's your choice if you want to play it a second time, and you might want to break it down and just play some of it. In our exam practice sections at the end of each module, or exam style tasks in our revision module at the end of the materials or the textbook, the Edexcel listening activities have 3 repeats because that's what they'll meet in the exam. The AQA exam style tasks have 2 repeats, and the AQA style dictation tasks have the right format built in, so they hear the words individually broken down and then a full sentence. I hope you've enjoyed this video today, and I look forward to seeing you next time.